Hello, good morning. Daddy Chris from Srtv, London. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning in London. Yeah, well, it's getting better. The summer is here. We're having a good time. I don't know about you. I know in Nigeria, you guys always have the best of weather. So I'm not jealous of you guys anymore. It's as good as it is here. Well, today is a great day, and we'll be taking a look at the newspapers as usual, some of the things happening in the country. Apparently, some of our lawmakers don't have job to do. A very good man, let me call him a good man, he apparently sponsored from, I think, from the house of one of the lawmakers in Zamfara. Zamfara that said to be that they don't have money, of course, to take care of anything, but they have money to sponsor. Let me just put this first. The sponsoring, let me put this women. Sponsored how many? 150. It must be teenagers. Look at their faces. This is Nigeria. So of all the things we have, of all the problems we have, this is what we have to do. We're going to look at this issue critically later. It is sad, it is shameful, it is unacceptable. And I think it's something we need to address. Sponsoring marriages. You know, there's a guy from Niger State who apparently, for the Niger guy, took to himself. That one is even better. He took those ones himself. But now, this one is sponsoring this wedding. Would it be so bad if these children are empowered? Give them tools. Have you seen what young women are doing these days in the rest of the world? Where are the so-called feminists in this part of the world? Where are you people? Where are the women in Nigeria to allow this to happen to your fellow women? And where are we as a people? Do you know how productive these people could be? Do you think the best thing to do for them is to get them married? May God save us. And if religion has done this to us, then religion should be banned out of the country. It's annoying. There's no good reason for this to be happening in the 21st century Nigeria. I don't know about what you're practicing, but this is not God. This is not the God I know. And you should take my God out of this, because unless you have another God, we'll be looking at this carefully today. As you know, I'm happy with some of the headlines. For the first time, I hear something from Akpabio that actually interests me. Akpabio, for the first time, said, with the increase in allocation, that the state should be able to pay minimum wages. Guys, this is your fellow you know, when you commit crime together, how do you call them? Akpabio is indicting you guys that with your new allocation, how come that you are not paying minimum? Why should it be a problem? Like yesterday, I was able to analyze with Dr. Charles some of these key issues. He said you must be able to cut down on your waste. Are the workers actually productive? And then we went into the argument as to whether the ministries, as far I'm talking of the federal ministries, should be productive. And I have no excuse, because ministries in the UK makes more money. Local government makes more money than even private sectors. How come that the Nigerian system cannot do so? And if that is the case, why not empower the sectors to be productive so you can collect taxes? That would be one way to raise money. Of course, we don't understand the culture of taxes. Maybe the only people paying tax in Nigeria are actually the civil servants. All this needs to stop, my people. And that's some of the things we'll be taking a look at today. It's going to be a very difficult one. I'm going to address it as it is. And as I'm looking at the papers, the headlines, man, we need to take a look at Punch, and I think we really need to look at that. You know, I'm not a big fan of this, and I'm gonna be calm. I'm gonna be calm as I approach this difficult issue, because I don't agree with Punch, but I really want to know. This is the first time that our federal government is not thinking right. You know the headline? That the federal government suspends food import duties. That is the part I don't understand. Why would it suspend it so more food can come in? madness. But the other part of the headline sweetens me. Partners state on farming. You see, this is long overdue. Is it not what I've been saying? That will it be so bad if every state is giving voucher, not cash, because they're going to get married new wife. Look at what it's one are doing now. They are sponsoring marriages. Is that what the money is meant for? No. Give them voucher. In fact, a time will come. What I'm saying, you guys will remember me. Today, I said no state is qualified to have a cash from the federal government. None. Because they have not been responsible. Not a single local government, not a minister, they should be giving voucher. People they will receive salary. You pay them the salary, cash. But the other one should come in voucher. Are you going to use the money for something else? We are not going to dictate for you. If your state say this is what you want to use the money for, we will give you the money to do so. In voucher. You see, I really, all right. You see, look at this wonderful woman here. She says that for a lawmaker sponsor mass wedding of 100. We're coming to that. We're coming to that. And I think we should look at that. But I'm going to come back to that issue quickly. But let me just take a look at this first. We'll come back to this Zamfara because it's a very difficult issue. Very, very difficult one. And it's a shameful one. But we'll come back to it. But let's talk about what the federal government is doing. You see, it's like somebody saying we will borrow our way out of debt. Or we'll borrow out of poverty. Have you seen somebody who keep borrowing money and that person gets out of poverty? Yes, he can do so. If the money he borrows is used to produce, I'm looking for loan. If I get a loan today, my company will excel. Why? Because I need money to activate all the things I have created. But what has the federal government of Nigeria created that they want to borrow money to do? That is the question. Why are the state? What is the? Are they going to borrow money to pay loan, to pay debt? That's what we borrow money to do. We are such a no. That's a part. That one is it's unacceptable. It's ununderstandable by people like me. Maybe I'm too stupid to understand. Somebody needs to educate me. How the federal government think they can borrow out of it. That's where we are today. They are saying that we're going to release the import duty, so we keep importing food. Let the food start pouring in so that people will not kill Tinubu right now. You see? You know what it's called? What I call that? That's what I call toffee ideology, goody ideology, sugar ideology. It's a key person. What we need is bitter leaf ideology, sincere ideology. In fact, a honest one, strong, that deals with the important things. You spending money as if you win lottery, Nigerian government. In fact, that's something we always say here, that you guys spend money as if you won lottery. Now, instead of, because what will happen is there will be enough food coming into the country, we will lose all the import duties, and what will happen is there will be flood of food. The farmers who are farming will not be able to sell their products. At what point is the federal government going to put the import duty back? Do we even need import duties? No, we can survive. We have enough food in the country. If the federal government want to subsidize food, they should import it themselves and sell it at a reduced rate to Nigerians, not reduce import duties. Would it be so bad? So we need grain or we need rice. And the federal government decided to import some quantity of rice and sell it at no profit to Nigerians. That would be something I can understand for a temporary basis. Temporarily. But no, they've released the import duties. Go and bring in anything you like in the name of food. What we need, Mr. Tinubu, is mass production of food. I reason why I cannot tell how a country like Nigeria would be importing food. That is the topic of today. We importing food. And the federal government, out of pressure, because they are weak now, well, how can you be president, Mr. Tinubu, if everything they say you dance to it? Do you even have a strong belief? Do you believe in what you're doing? Do you have a vision? Do you have where you're taking us to? There were cases when Moses was taking the children out of Israel. The place is hard. Look at the river. How are we going to cross it? Moses said we keep going. It's the courage to keep going. Eventually they cross the river. When you get to a place, there will be a solution. God is always there to help you. But Tinubu, you are too weak to be a president. Anyway, you are too old in the first place. I'm really angry right now because for you to think of that the solution to Nigerian food crisis is, let me bring it back. Nigerians, my anger is this. For those of you that are praising him, I don't care. I don't give a damn about you. But you know what? It's the future of this country we're talking about. Suspending import duties for what? What is the federal government going to do? How are they going to monitor the food that is coming in? Of what use? Is it not to relieve food for Nigerians? If whatever we are lacking so much, why can't the federal government import it in? Do we even have a food bank in the first place? These are things you put in place as a leader. And I'm going to come back to this topic. But you know why? You know why this is interesting? I want to link it with the key topic, this very important issue of importing food. And the reason why the governors, instead, you see what we're talking about is the federal government should be working, because that's what they said here, partner with states on farming. With states. The question is, and then Akpabio is saying that the money going to the state now is not enough for them to pay minimum wages. All these ones are stupid ideologies. If the federal government says, okay, I am the president and we're going to do things right. Oh, only Obasanjo can do this. I know they will call him a dictator. Obasanjo will say there's need to do things differently. I remember the old man today. Obasanjo will come out and say, listen, we're going to do it this way. Forget Buhari. Buhari is too weak. He's too unintelligent to run Nigeria. At least Obasanjo was strong enough. And he was sometimes taking on policies that nobody want to take. Let's say that I'm not going to say to the state, you're not getting the money, because if you argue with me, I'm going to pursue you with the FCC. So the federal government have power. They know, you all know that the state governors are all thieves, so you can pursue them with the FCC. I by telling them that, listen, from now on, you get a chunk of your money, your salary and all of them I'll give to you, but the money for practical things will be given to you in voucher. And I'm not saying I'm going to spend the money for you. You tell me you need, okay, now, if you say, for instance, federal government want to partner with states in farming, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to get you tractors, we're going to get you fertilizer, we're going to get you the grain or whatever you need to plant. We're going to help you to cultivate the land. We will monitor, we will help you with security so that there will be enough food. It's a matter of 6 months. There will be more than food for us to eat in the country called Nigeria, because the reason I know is we have the people to farm, we have the beautiful land to farm. How could we be doing this to our children, ourselves? How happy are you that people can't feed today, Mr. Tinubu? Of course, you have good food on your dinner table. You don't eat amala this morning now. Your belly don't be like this. Well, we're all going to die soon. So it doesn't matter. Whether you eat, you don't eat, you will die. So that you see, the states have never displayed any single responsibility as a government to ever be given cash. So, Akpabio, whatever you're going to say, why buy, they think outside the box? Must you give them cash? It's good to say, hey, they give them enough cash, you can pay salary. No. How about come up with something innovative? Let us go into production. Not with Mato. We're going to take loan. This is where the federal government can take loan. The whole country will support you. There's nobody who is against you taking a loan. Like I asked yesterday, would it be so bad if we give some barrel of oil to Holland and say, for this one, you come and for this oil we're giving to you, you're going to cultivate, you're going to bring social tractors, you're going to bring this, you're going to help this, you're going to help this. Bring some expertise, one in each of the states, let us farm. Holland will be more than happy. Any other country will be more than happy to come to Nigeria to farm. I promise you, because they're going to make money. You're feeding them, you're giving them plenty of petrol. In return, they're only giving us expertise and maybe some tractors, some equipment. They will bring them in and they will help us to cultivate the land, and we will take it up because we are not stupid people. Those tractors, those machines will stay and our people will learn. With time, we'll become big farmers and we'll feed the whole of Africa. How about that for a plan, Mr. Tinubu? Import duty is what you remove. Or you giving money to these governors. Let's go back to the main topic of today, which is this our governors. I love them. I want to see that as our state governor. The young man who was crying, who was talking. How come? The guy is aware? Is he aware of this shameful thing that's happening in the state? And when I see this, I just want to put the whole pictures of the governors. But let's take a look at this. This is beautiful. Now forgive me one now. A guy went to one of my friends talk. They were two. This guy was in power. The guy we know that they talk bros. Bros are hey. He said you carry two, you not even give her one. You don't give her one. Maybe this matter now. Maybe when they are the verse, people say, I get 150, I don't give me one. Who don't go verse? on a lighter note, when you have all these beautiful women who could have contributed enormously to the economy of a nation, what do? A stupid lawmaker who doesn't have anything to do with the money. That's why they must not be given cash. The only reason this stupid man is thinking of sponsoring the man. Let's bring it. Let me read the headline for you. It's coming from Princess. She's hiding. It says Zamfara lawmakers sponsored mass wedding of 105 orphans. The married couples were provided with beds and mattresses so they can make more children. Create more kidnappers. No problem. By the lawmaker, in addition, they give them 10.5 million paid as dowry to 100. What? Who did they pay the dowry to? Oh my God. If I can have the images of this lawmaker, that would be amazing, man. It would be so amazing, man. Oh, these are the young men. Oh my God. Listen, there's going to be more to this story. I'm going to go on a break and come back to this beautiful story. Kai, wait a minute. I don't understand. I need somebody to help me with this. There is in addition, 10.5 million naira paid as dowry for 100. You see how they have this money in dowry, 10.5 million to empower this young girl. What would have become of it? What I'm asking now, oh God, are we living in a country? Are you people sincere with yourself? Or you're living, you see, people will continue to die. Hunger will continue to be the order of the day if we continue like this. And with this one, I'm going to go on a quick break, please, since it's too hot. The studio is starting too early, too hot, too early to be hot. Too early, people. Anyway, I'm going to go on a quick break because it's too early. I said it's too early. So let me go on this quick break. When I come back, I really want to have a robust understanding. And in fact, you guys need to educate me. I not go school is this one. Nigerian leaders, Nigerian men in power, you're not leaders. You need to educate me. The wisdom in taking 10.5 million naira to marry 150 orphans to a set of orphans. Let's take a look at that together. When we come back, don't go away. Stay with us.
Hooray! All is set for the second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024. Another blend of art and culture, entertainment, business and networking activities, showcasing the best of the Nigerian music, dance, crafts, fashion and businesses. Taking place at the Gilles Square / Voltage Jazz Club, Daston, London. Postcode N168AZ. Date 28 July 2024. Tickets are available on eventbrite.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com. Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or call +4407459513619 or +4420363287555. Come and experience the nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
Yes, that is a little extra from Nigerian Week London 2024. It's happening this month here in London. The product of Srtv. What are we doing? The same country you guys are bastardizing. It's what we're trying to showcase here. And when you look at the content of what we're saying, you're going to know that Nigerians, we're great people. There's nothing that is lacking in the country. We have food. You come and look at Nigerian food. If you want to do well in the UK, the people actually doing well are those in food. That is one area that we just managed to tap on, food. If I tell you how much you make for opening a Nigerian restaurant in London, you'll be confused, man. Food. Imagine those bringing product into the UK that we sell, that we eat. Because Nigerian population, they are students, we are growing and we still eat the Nigerian food. That is the same country we have leaders that are marrying teenagers, orphans, with 10-point-something million. We are in problem. we have a problem. And so I'm going to take a look. I'm going to go back to that story quickly. I think it's a very interesting story to dwell on a little bit before we go into any other thing. Like I said, I am interested in this very one. I'm interested in this. You understand? Let me be bigger than them, because they cannot be bigger than me on this screen. And if you move further, this is supposed to be the young men. Look at their age. Do you think these kids are matured enough to get married? Where are we in this world? In the 21st century Nigeria. This is what? Let me read the comment for you. This is shameful. The lawmaker representing Maru, we need to know him. Oh, can somebody help me? Is anybody in the studio to look for this man? We want to shame him to the rest of the world today. Who is the lawmaker representing this Maru Bongudu Federal Constituency in Zamfara State? Have you heard the news? Zamfara is the poorest state in the country. Supposed to be the richest too, because the minerals deposit in Zamfara alone can feed the whole of, can turn Nigeria into heaven. The mineral deposit in Zamfara state. But these people are sleeping. They turn out to be the poorest state because all they do is wait for federal government to send in allocation and I decrease. Now, the little money sent to you, all you could do, Mr. Zamfara local government lawmakers. In fact, who first we had the one in Niger State. Bagu, we saw what your boy did. You say you didn't approve it or what? That one take 120 for himself. Now this one, he decided to be a little bit selfless. Mary, I don't know why they're not giving me anyone. Come on, because I'm going to answer this question. So they marry our young girls. Maybe somebody's going to say, why this is the verse that decrease like this? Many reasons, man. Let's take a joke out. This is too bad. In fact, is a lawmaker representing the Maru Bongudu Federal Constituency in Zamfara State. His name is Abdul Malik Zubairu. He has sponsored the mass wedding of 105 orphans whose parents were killed by armed bandits in Zamfara. So that is a way of thanking them. That is a way of empowering them, getting them married. Help me too. You guys are crazy people, man. This is not a country anymore. Like this lady is asking, is Nigeria not a failed state already? If we entertain this is not about Zamfara State. This is about humanity. This is about you and me. This is about you and me as Nigerians. Allowing this to happen in our time. And we keep quiet. We're mute about it. Mary, where are you? We need to marry you out if you can't tell me something reasonable. Come out and explain this to me. Your Zamfara people. No, this
marry
is
me out. Marry me out. No, it's not this type that I want. I don't want this type. Never. This is not marriage now, the Chris. This is not his punishment. Like, this is punishment. I see it already. Because what would they be doing? People that you just marry and you neglect them. Is that a way of helping people?
Mary, it's not even free. The guy is so nice. He spent 10-point-something million on this marriage. Imagine what 10.7 million would have done to this woman.
And you could now use it to empower these people. And if you this is another form of slave trade. This is another form of slave trade. Yes.
No, if you want to see, I'm waiting for the picture of the burger. I'm waiting for the picture of the food that did this so that we will shame him to the rest of the world. In fact, he's going to be the number one person I'm going to play with for the end of the show today. You are my problem, and I'm going to make you my problem, sir. Mr. Abdul Malik Zubairu. You big man. Go to better
But there was a time that this wanted to take place in Niger State. I think there were
other place in Niger. That one taken for himself, Mary. That one.
Because there was a woman, a minister fighting him then.
Man. I go try to bring the picture of the food before the end of the show. It's like I have his picture now. I want to make it take better screen. So I'm going to go back and come back with him. But you know what? Let's just see this foolish lawmakers, in fact, who voted this fool into office in the first place? That's one thing we'll be asking ourselves. And number two, are you telling me there are no people in that state to challenge this stupid fool? That's number two. And if we allow, you know what I say every day on my show, I always use the word, this is the guy. Muna apply for him. You know, let me remove this headline so that people can know his face. I'm going to bring him out properly later. No, don't even try. Don't do that, man. Because we have a job to do. Let this one keep rolling. We have a job to do today. You see this man, Abdul Zubairu, who voted him into power. And Nigerians, this is a young man. This is my young man. Mary.
But this person is too young now to have this kind of mindset in the first place. What kind of thing is that one? Is it that it's the way these people are being bred? Like when you see somebody, forgive me, see that he says that is handsome, he has sense, but the action shows that there's nothing. Where did they feed from? Is it like from cow breast? Let me understand why the sense is not complete. Because this is just so annoying. As far as you look at the action,
it is. And the question is, how did this kind of fool even get into power? Who voted this fool into power? This kind of village.
If you want other position, you will still get. Even with this action, you know that a lot of people, maybe majority of the people in that state, are even supporting this. Because to them it's a normal thing. We are the ones seeing it as a big taboo. We are the ones seeing it as a big problem. Because other people sponsored him for this. And people will attend that same marriage. It's not only them that will be there. There are people that will attend that marriage to share in this their sorrow, because this is not joy. There's no joy.
Exactly. Thank you, my daughter. They share in the sorrow, to share in the agony of children, to share in the shameful act of 21st century Nigeria. Tinubu, do you exist? Is the governor exist? Do we exist? It doesn't. You see, for evil to exist, righteous men are busy doing what? Nothing. I use that word, and I'm quoting Jack Straw. Oh, when Jack Straw, when they want to go kiss Saddam Hussein, Jack Straw came on television. He said, for evil to exist, righteous men are busy doing nothing. He said Saddam Hussein are evil. Either they be righteous men, they're going to go and remove you. They did. If people leave UK, go settle problem of evil. I'm talking I'm calling on the world. If you people will live anywhere in the world to go and solve the problem in Afghanistan, in this, the border can't help us. Because there is mass abuse of human rights. The future of young girls are being truncated. It's unbelievable, it's unacceptable, and it must be treated with, in fact, the treatment, let's bring this fool back.
We are not seeing the future. Where are we going for future? Because for this guy to do this thing, and you have people supporting him, for the person to do this and have people supporting him, that if more people will do it, where are we going to in the future with this kind of art? More people still continue to do this, where we have a lot of things that we are supposed to focus on. You can imagine. Something you're supposed to do that empower people.
The funniest thing, Eddie, and I like what he said. He said it in a state of with the highest number of insecurity, Boko Haram. Now, if you give more birth, these are children. Meh, Abdullahi, these people you are now, they're going to give birth to children. Children giving birth to children. So that is already a disaster. Children giving birth to children. None of these kids are parents here. Look at their face. These are young people.
Look at their faces. Look at their faces.
The boy said, I don't know, where did this one know about wife? When I was at this,
some of them, they just have 2 cows. I agree. Some of them, they just have 2 cows. They just have 2 cows. They just have to and a farmland. They'll marry wife and give to them. Is that about marriage? That is the problem now. And that's why before you know, they'll start giving birth to those kids that they will throw on the street, the almajiris. Because I've not reached to that level of taking care of
problem, Mary. The challenge is these people will come and kidnap us tomorrow. The insecurity, when they want to kill people, they will not kill their people. They're not going to kill the parents. They're going to look for somebody else. Look at the insecurity in everywhere in the country. We must not take this. This is how we breed terrorists. And when you breed terrorists, when you bring chaos in land, this is an example. This guy needs to be arrested. This stupid lawmaker, he needs to be arrested. These children need to be taken into an orphanage home. They all should go into a normal orphanage home. Back.
Is it that if they give these children good future, don't they know that it will be of benefit to them. It will even be their own good. These children tend to have good. Marrying them out like this will not even make them to have any purpose. They will just go and stay there
But
and
where
start
is
breeding kids.
President
Before you know,
Tinubu?
all these
Where
kids
is
will be
the
free.
president? Where is
If
the
people cannot
bloody president who said
eradicate
that?
this corruption we are talking about, the corruption will continue to loom. And that is the worst part is the killing is even more in the north. And they're still
Of course not.
increasing in this their
No, they
negativity.
can be angry with me. The Northerners can be angry with me that I'm thinking I'm not even, I'm not, it's not your issue. Because the people, they come to my village, your own people, Northerners are in my village. They're the one, they rape, they do a lot of things. It is result, it's production of things like this. This is the only reason. You understand? This bagger, this Maru, people like Maru Bungudu, people from Maru Bungudu, you're gonna say the people why you see so why they work for you, that they come from Maru Bungudu, that they produce more. Right now, when the children grow up, when they are already 7, 8, they will send them on the streets.
Obviously, they don't even have advisors like this. They don't have advisors. The people around them are people that are encouraging them to do this thing. They don't have people that are advising them at all. So to them, what they are doing is the right thing. Tomorrow, other people will come up within the age of 15, 16, they'll start getting married.
No, I like this beautiful question. The question is, where are the traditional rulers and the Minister of Women Affairs? Where are you? What's her name?
The same thing I'm saying.
In fact, I will be on your case. In fact, now on our case, I will take start. The company I'm setting up to look at cases, now this matter will take start. How can this young boy think of all the good things he can do for people, young people like him? How did he manage to get to the House of Assembly? Is it by getting married at this age? Is that how you got there? Is that how you managed to get here? So you can't think of what you do for yourself. You do what somebody did that to you. Somebody give you proper training. I'm sure you went to secondary school, even if you're not going to university. Now you're in the House of Assembly. Now to pay back, you pay back with evil. Get people married, shame them. In fact, marriage is the most difficult institution. You know, the last time when I did a show, there are two things that nobody prepares you for. There's not that prepares you for leadership. Nobody prepares you for marriage. Your parents will only try to educate you, teach you. You learn from what they're going through. So what this fool could do, all he could do is spend a whopping 10.5 million paid as dowry. That is not the total amount. That's what they paid as dowry. And the state government is listening. The federal government is listening. Our ministers is listening. You and I, we are listening. And I'm going to remind you guys, for evil to exist, me and you, we are busy doing nothing. And you know the implication of all this. This kid is going to come and kidnap us. You can keep blaming the young people for kidnapping us, but the question is, how do they get there? Where are the parents of those people kidnapping us today? Yesterday we saw in fact, I couldn't look at the bloody scene in Lagos when they said they killed kidnappers. Able men shot. You understand? In broad daylight. You see why they train bodies. It shows that we are not even in a society. That's what we did. It was an extrajudicial killing. I don't even want to know. Because it's normal. Like Mary said, you know, if they say they kidnap people in Nigeria, it's no more news, Abi. If they kill people in Nigeria,
like
it's a normal thing.
It's like a
and it's action of fools like this man. And Mary, what is in? Let's I'm gonna bring you food. Don't go away. I'm bringing you back. What is even confusing to me now, Mary, is that the federal government, instead of looking at this kind of critical issue, they've decided today, that is my anger, to remove import duties from food. Food we can produce. The question I ask them again is, what are we doing with all this set of governors? I know this is not all, I'm just giving you a cross-section of the governors.
But it's like a majority of them.
Yes. Yes. Let me tell you, Princess is really, Princess is really with you here. But this is our space now. You are supposed to be in front of the camera. Princess, that is a message to you. I'm told two of you should be talking here now. Well, that is where we find ourselves. Princess cannot come on air for some. Once everything is sorted, she's gonna be the leader of the reggae band. So you got to be patient a little bit. But what I'm saying, people, is this is a difficult day, very difficult day. There's a problem in the country. And I'm not looking at it that young women getting married on a good day, if we are rich enough, if we are well to do, if these kids will be taken care of, then it's okay. But at the end result is these kids cannot get married successfully. That's one. They can have fights in their home. It's not a problem. But then we start bringing up kids. Children bringing up kids in a very harsh economy. The end result is they will end up becoming kidnappers, Boko Haram, armed robbers. And they will not kill their parents. They will not look for this stupid man that did it. They will look for me and you on the street. Innocent people. These are, you give a fool a gun.
I have no business with them. Oh. Innocent people that have no business with them. And so when they are someone, they'll start begging. From begging, they'll graduate to robbery. They'll graduate to killers. They'll graduate to work problem on the other in the community. Some of them don't.
Exactly. And that's what we say. In fact, the question is, do we even have traditional rulers? I know they said they reduce people. Can't you see have a say on all this? You see, all this is all you stupid religious leaders. Sorry, you come of you are very stupid people. What do you have to say about this child abuse? This is nothing but simple child abuse. We're coming back. We're coming back. What I want you people to remember is this is the government of the day. If Tinubu pretend that he's not aware of this, he's a liar. If our mainstream cannot be challenged with this, you are crazy. And I'm happy. Mary, let's take a look, because this is very important. I'm going back to Punch, because what Punch did this morning is very interesting. Look at what Punch is saying. And I want you to read that for us, Mary. And just the headline. Just the headline first.
Okay, the big headline.
Yes.
On the Punch. The government suspend food import duty partner states on farming. And
suspend.
Yes, the government launches 5 months. I should continue.
No, read finish that headline.
Government launches 5 months duty food import window for maize, rice, wheat, others. Federal government to partner governors, military to cultivate arable lands, support smallholder farmers.
You see,
and that story is on page 21 of the Punch.
That would have been sweet, Mary. What we're asking the government to do is, if this fool that is in Zamfara, if government can partner with them and we bring beautiful farm, don't tell me these young girls and boys will not farm. They are happy to work. If you give them a nice place where they can work.
Why do I even doubt this? I'm sorry to say, but why do I even doubt this? Federal government suspend food import duty. Partner states on. Anyway, let's see. Let's see, because these people, I'm not sure they're even making any move at all.
It's not rocket science now.
It's not rocket
science. It's not rocket science for the federal government to work with the states and produce food for us. Like I said, maybe this thing we are talking about, it's just too simple. The challenge we're talking about here is too simple. You understand? The challenge is too simple. We don't have a problem in this country. Now, what I'm saying is, if you give money to states, to the house, because not only the governors now, the lawmakers are becoming stupid. We had one in Niger State, the other one, he took 120 women for himself, young girls who orphans. He said they bless them. You take 120 women. I don't know, I want to sleep with them anyway. No problem. Now punishment.
You should not even asking this kind of question. Yeah, a man.
He goes to die. No, that person is going to die soon. Mary, whether you like them or not, you marry more than 2 wives, or marry more than 1 wife, you don't kill yourself. Then you come marry 120 women. Now those women go press your nose, kill you, because these modern day children, if they ever sit down on top of you, we'll not fit talk of that one for television. The man is dead. So if we leave that one alone, that one is gone. But what I'm saying is, would it be so bad if the federal government choose not to say, okay, what we want to do is make sure these states, because they have nothing they are doing, I will not give them cash. Because the cash, if you give them cash, you know what they will do? People like them, Mokowa, look at, if you see all my state governors, all they have ever done is construct roads. I be like saying you never hear me. All the states have ever done is construct road and load the money. Repeat again. All they have ever done is construct road. Wicked and fool. Now only constructed road in Port Harcourt. He said, I build this bridge. You go come they dance like this. That mayor. And you clap for him. He's a good governor. They should stop giving them God money. Oh, the money should be used to empower, in fact, to build the state. Since the state governors and this now, I thought it was only the governor. Now, the lawmakers are now stupid. No cash will go to this one. You pay them salary, no problem. Maybe you want, not the job you look for, we pay your salary. Every money meant for the state, Mr. President, should be meant in voucher. If the state say they want to build so light, even at the road, when I say they do safe, we will do the road. We will invite people, they will construct the road. But what we really need, sir, is food. Because when there's food, there will be security. It is not about this bloody governor. It is not about you. It's about us being able to work freely in the country. Because when people are hungry, we cannot work freely. If hunger remains in the land, there is no amount of guns that will stop people from killing. Insecurity will remain a self-fulfilling prophecy for us until we address the issue of hunger. There will be crime. So if the federal government want to help us, now that the states are irresponsible, what I am begging, Mary, I am pleading, see what this stupid man has just done. Not import duty, partner with the state, not giving them money, not creating an enabling environment. We've seen that. We don't hear that grammar tire. We don't want to hear enabling environment. We want to farm. Okay, show us how you're going to do your farm. If you want to go into palm, if you want to go into cassava, tell us. We will work with you. We'll bring you the expertise. We'll give you the facilities. What we want to see is the farm. People will get job. There'll be food in the land. This whole import duty that you are suspending, Mr. President, is totally stupidity. In fact, I've never heard it before. You're telling people to go and farm and you are bringing in food. The farm they're farming is what they're going to do. Oh, it says temporary, I hear you. Because that's the language you're going to speak, it's temporary, boy. We are ready to suffer. We've done suffer rich. Like I said, will it be so hard? If president say temporary, there's no food in the land. If you think we have shortage of rice, why don't you import rice and supply it at a reduced rate if you want to help Nigerians? Then they pokpo you. If we need tomatoes, if federal government said, okay, we really madly need tomatoes to save the country, why don't you import it? Why reduce the duty? Reduce the duty for those who are going to rule the country, who are going to ruin us again. They're just going to bring the food at their own cost, at their own convenience. And the masses will never even benefit from it. I'm tired of this country. Now, to crown it all, to insult us today, look at what your governor, what your lawmaker did. Abdul, now that your name, Zubairu. If I forget any name, I'm not going to forget that your son name. Zubairu, you be goat. In fact, we need to throw you into hell because you are sending us to hell. You know how many people will die from these activities you've done? A lot of kidnappers will be produced from this because they're going to give birth to kidnappers. These kids, there's no miracle. There's no way these kids can be a proper parents. And imagine, last time we were confused, we were crying here that people in IDP camps were giving birth to 200 kids on a monthly basis. Benway alone, we were saying, what will happen to those people? Now you're helping to breed more. How can insecurity not remain? How can? You see, that's why we said, thank you, Princess. The president has always and will always make the wrong decision. The truth is you lack vision. In fact, you lack understanding. And this is your threat. Maybe, in fact, you lack leadership skill. Leadership is not for lily-hearted people. In fact, look at the story of Moses. I always go back to leaders in the Bible, or where you want to go. Look at what Muhammad went through.
If the essence of being the president if it was because Tinubu just wanted to be that in the history of Nigeria has been the president, okay, he has tried. After this 1 year, let him just step down. Let another people come. Because now the crazy is not funny, oh. Like it is getting worse. I don't even know how to express
You
it
need to
again.
hear people praising this your president. I was in a
And
place and they were
his name has been there. His name
saying,
has been there as the president. He has succeeded. His wish has been granted. He can step
yes.
down for other people to come around. Because me, I'm not seeing any positive change that he's making. I'm not seeing at all. You can even see the youth planning that they want to go and protest because of the hunger.
Mary, let's take a look at Guardian. Well, I think Peter Obi said something very important in Guardian today. Let's take a look at that. We'll come back to all this. I think, yeah, let's look at Guardian quickly.
Okay, the Guardian. The big story on the Guardian says 2023 budget performance outlook. Unfunded deficit hit 1 trillion naira in 9 months, worsens federal government fiscal position. And that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And here we have a story also that a 72-year-old man bags life jail for defrauding minor. And that story is on page 8. Fear over illicit flow to bank as shareholders struggle with rights issues. And that story is on page 15. Student loan. NANS gives tertiary institutions 48 hours to submit data. And that story is on page 30. And EEDC to refund 11.8 billion to Southeast customers. And that story is on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper. Obi urges anti-graft agencies to focus on grant theft. And that story is on page 4 of the Guardian newspaper. NNPCL Hypeman blames private depots logistics for scarcity, and that's on page 3. Man climbs mast to protest economic hardship in Abuja, and that story is on page 4. Federal government approves 150-day duty-free window to import of select food items, and that's on page 3 of the Guardian. And these are all the stories you have on the Guardian this morning.
Yeah, I'm liking to be these days, you understand? Yeah. This so-called, you know what is so interesting? With all the challenges we have, you will see EFCC chasing the wrong people. That's my really problem. You understand?
That's it
EFCC,
now.
how can we have
Okay,
people like
I think there's a story you skipped here. Ex-generals tax federal government on new wage demand, cutting governance costs to avert crisis. This one is story. The story is on page 6 of the Guardian. Our
jokers?
government, they are our government. I think nothing will change in this country. Like as I was coming this morning, the vehicle I entered, instead of having to wait for the traffic light, he had to beat the traffic light. The next thing, the police were following him with speed. They came and stopped us on our front. And we're telling the man, no, that why can't you just be patient? Where are you running to? That's what these
Yeah.
taxi people do. And the minute they stopped the man, they started quarreling that he should come and follow them to the office, that they are going to the office. That the police, like, if you see these people were reacting, even you'll be scared. You think that these people, they understand the law. The man was even begging them. The next thing, they removed that first thing on the front of the car. They were trying to remove the plate number. The man was still begging. The man said, okay, let him call the people that the place he was going. You understand? To tell them he's not coming. They said they can't wait, that he should follow them to the office. Like, I said, they want to beat him on top of their hillocks. The next thing, they were quarreling. The man now followed them to their hillocks. I don't even know that it was money he went to give them. So the next thing, he entered. Said, are you people not going again? Because I already started looking for another vehicle that will enter.
Yeah.
He said that he knows that it's money that they wanted, that they have collected is 900 naira. I said, wait, I don't understand. Like, these whole shouts,
Not for 900 naira.
this whole crowd, like 900 naira settled it. With this plenty police in these hilos, how much do they share in this 900 naira? He said, and that if you follow them to the office, it will be worst. I was like, then this country cannot be better now. 900 naira. Tomorrow you still going to disobey again because you know that this is the amount you will give to you people.
Exactly.
It's not funny. It's not
in fact, and that is the tragedy of the Nigerian states. That is our story, our history, and that's what we are writing down for our children. Question I ask you, Mr. Tinubu, question I ask every Nigerian watching me today. Don't forget that what is happening today is the history we are writing down in our time, that this is what happened in our time, whether it is written or unwritten. It is there in book.
That's
God
true.
has written it down. It is written for our children to see that this is what our fathers did. My guy, is that what your father did? The only sin I know Nigerian parents have ever done was selling people as slaves. That's the only. If otherwise, they have been there as parents, but we haven't. Is this the kind of this? Is this kind of things? This little bribe. Poor girl just said now. You enter the vehicle. One, the guy was stupid to be the light. If he's made to pay the right price, if he goes to prison or they impound his vehicle, I'm sure, I promise that man will never beat traffic light again. Meaning our life will be
But you know
safe.
that once he pays them, that settles it. And because our Nigerian police, they are hungry people. And they never, why I say they never have levels is they cannot even demand for big money. 900 naira.
Where's the money?
Is that what,
Does that man have money? No man that is
and we
rushing. How
have,
much did the man carry this money?
my gender is there. Oh. They are the female police too and the male. And all of them, they collide to collect 900 naira. Almost 4 to 5 people want heal us. They are too cheap for my liking. They are. At least, we know that there is hunger, oh, but this their pattern cannot change any situation in this country. People are still even beating it. It's just one that they are able to catch.
And
It's so annoying.
in fact, the story on top of the president's head is quite interesting. That NAS are saying to the president, saying to all school to submit data, because what may happen, what may happen is because I'm happy this story is on top of your head, Mr. President. I like it. I better read that one for me again, Mary.
Students loan.
Yes.
NANS gives tertiary institutions 48 hours to submit data.
Why is it getting to that tertiary institution? Is it a secret to tell us the number of students you have so that we can give you the normal loan? This is what Dr. Shas was saying yesterday. That perhaps the idea is good. Student loan is one of the
Well,
best
it's
things
very
I've
important to
from
specify. I'm not even sure the state has even gotten their own this thing.
Let's talk
I
about the
think they are starting with
implementation.
the federal first.
Yes. No, all institutions, all higher institutions are supposed to be part of this. And we're not even saying, okay, we don't want to discriminate, but private schools, they can, if you go to private school, we shouldn't be getting it because private school, the school fees, you cannot compare to this one. Is the money enough for you to go there? So if you choose to go to private school, you're on your own. But we cannot
There's
argue
no
that.
private school that can operate without being approved by the federal government. That is just the truth. You must be registered and approved by the government. So the government owns all the school at the end of the day. Else, the school will not be accredited. The courses will not be accredited. So you can't go out with a good result from the school. So even the private institution are still owned by the government because they pay their
Yes.
tax.
No, so well, yeah, it's good. So if we extend to their loan to student who goes there, which is okay, but the question, will the money be enough? I don't care. But the point is, this is the money. The federal government should be able to regulate that all federal or higher institutions should be paying. It should be charging the same amount of money. You cannot come and charge 10 million. The other one is changing 2,000. It's unacceptable. It's not done. Where is the regulation of the federal government? You want to work in the tertiary institution, watch how it is done elsewhere. Now let's look at two. Maybe we need another body submitting the data of the number of students you have. You are withholding it. This is the same household that will come on strike tomorrow. You go on strike. Is it not coming from the academic society? You part of you will be also people that will say you're going on strike. Federal government have not paid you. Where are the number of students, the data of the students, so we can regulate the loan? No, nah.
It's not like a big tax. Are they going to school? Do they even know numbers of students?
They will increase it. No, of course, they don't go to school now.
Now there's a job.
All they want is
There's a job.
women.
They cannot even do it.
I don't understand how. In fact, what is joy? All you see is women. You want to pull people's pants. Lecturers, that's all you do.
Sometimes I feel like just slapping those federal government lecturers. They're complaining about salary. I think they're paying transport to work. I mean, that's did they go to class? People that will give handout to the construct to share. They just tell their textbooks. It's not like it's mandatory for them to come every day. You know that, okay, I'm coming every day. This is the money I'm spending for transportation. They can come once or twice in a month and teach all the topic they want to teach in a day. So how much are they spending? Do you know how much they sell for their textbooks?
Oh, Nigerian government. we need to do a documentary on what is going on in Nigerian institution. I'm not even interested in the abuse of women now. Let's look at whether the lecturers, whether they even work. Because you'll be asking us money. You'll be talking to the federal government that you want to be paid. Oh, the ASU is not being paid. But we want to see whether you're actually working, sir. Now, the poor girl just said that you come twice and you send handout. If I don't buy a handout, I don't go pass.
But that's the truth. You must buy the test.
Christian say what they say my wife just born. Lecturer come class say, "Una don't want buy my handout. Who never pay? You must pay. My wife just born. Now what make her die? Now me send you, may you go give your wife belly." What kind of school? What kind of society is this?
Like there are some schools say buying of textbook is a mark on its own. When you buy textbook, you have your own mark. Buying of textbook is a mark on its own.
Yeah, you see, everything lost. I'm happy. Even submitting data. Submitting data. No, this is not funny. We say submitting data. You cannot submit data of students. You need people to push you to do that. Not the worry that person. I'm happy to read this comment again and again, man. I'm happy to read this comment again and again. Let me say this. What is it here? Say the system is bad. Even the nurse that is requesting for data. All right, the student that is requesting for data can still be bought over. Just the same way DSTV has been buying them for years. Oh, what a society. Is the country not a failed state? That's the question we're going to ask ourselves. That is the question Princess asked this morning. Is Nigeria not a failed state already? In fact, it's good to deal with this for what it is. Mary, are we not living in a failed state already?
Yes. It's not like are we not? Anyway, I'm even surprised that you're not even in Nigeria and you know fully what is happening. You can imagine where you are not living here. When this place is not like your place of residence, then you'll know that. I really don't know how fire will be, but I don't think there's another one bigger than this. Bigger than the problem.
No, there cannot be. Mary, when you come out of your house in the morning, no, the agony, the reality of the Nigerian person is you're going out, you're not sure you come back home because you could be kidnapped. You're not sure whether you have good food to eat. Maybe the medicine you're even buying from the chemist is polluted. You don't have a hospital to treat yourself if you are sick. No, your child cannot. Maybe you borrow money to send the child to school. The girl is being abused in class. What is your story? How can you be comfortable sitting down, Nigerians? What are you looking for? What do you need to take? In fact, it will come to a point, the things will tear. I'm already tired. Now you see a fool like this who is now breeding more kidnappers openly.
At the end of the day, when it's time for election that is, you give these people 5,000, they will start to vote for the wrong people. 5,000 that will not be able to feed them for a whole full day. They will use it to vote for anything they want. Money that can also sustain people for a year. Money that can also sustain people for anything.
Take a bribe of 900 naira this morning. If policemen take bribe of 900 naira, who are these people? 900 naira this morning.
900 naira, something also. How much is the fuel that they are lost? How much is it that they will take 900 naira? It's shameful. Like they are too cheap for my liking. They are.
No. Tomorrow I'm going to focus. I'm maybe on Thursday. We're going to look at the activities of our lecturers. I'm not talking. We know you abuse our daughters. Take that one. We forgive you. But are you actually doing the work? If you're not doing the job, what are you telling the federal government to pay you for? It's not what I was saying yesterday. That we need to ask whether these people are working. We need to ask if they are working. What job are you doing, Mr. Lecturer? That you share handouts. You need to come to university here. During holidays, they are working. Oh my God, no. And until we resume this culture, we stay sincere with ourselves, we're not going to get out of this. You know, yesterday I talked about saving yourself. I used the word succeeding alone. You think you can save yourself out of this?
Now, I'm ready for the next season they will bring. This last election they brought beavers. Let's see the next sense they will bring again. This will they think they are wise though. That the same beavers they manipulated. Let's see what they'll bring this period. Let's see
Many
what
people
they'll
that
bring
will
this
change
period.
beavers. Why else they cannot change? I will not be surprised. Oh, at the time he said Tinubu, there will be election in 2027. I said somebody that was able to buy beavers
The
when
same election
he
I
was
worked
not in
for.
power. Now when the day power, now
I
he won't go
worked during
change
the
am.
election. I worked during the election because I was a core member then, and I was the presiding
Okay,
officer, the PO.
okay.
So I worked then. Just leave these people. They know what they are doing. People that were even voting for Peter Obi were hiding. Like, I was so pained that yes, at that point you cannot really voice out that this is who you are supporting, because what you are doing is give them space to vote, direct them on how to vote, talk to them. You understand? But I was just
Yes.
looking at what was happening. People that will vote Peter Obi will be hiding. There was one woman that came and met me because she didn't know the signal of a Labour Party. If you see what these people did in that paper, I think it's so painful, and you will not be able to differentiate even the Labour Party. So she now met me. She know that I'm not like the same with those people. I'm a different breed
Yes.
entirely. So she met and she started speaking Igbo for me. So she was like that, please, how can I show her Labour Party?
Where to
Like
vote for
people are
them.
voting for Labour Party, they were hiding. Is that the kind of country you were hiding? Because you're in the north. You cannot proudly come out and say, see the party you are voting for. Only people that were voting for APC and PDP that had that leverage. Because some of the
To
northerners were
come
still
out.
PDP as well, the APC. But the rest party, they were hiding. And when we started counting the votes, APC, if it's APC, they will shout. If it's PDP, they will shout. If you call Labour Party, if Labour Party win one, they'll be looking at you whether you want to raise your shoulder. You will know if it's not beating, you receive. Like, it's just so
Abi?
annoying. Yes,
Kai.
it's so annoying. You're not free to do what you want to do. Even the citizens, they are oppressing their fellow citizens. It's not even about because the government they were not there. But your
Yes.
fellow citizens,
No,
what
no,
made
Mary,
you to make a choice?
and this is the problem. How we think we're gonna get out of it by playing our own game and thinking the system will set us free. It's not. We're not free. Mary, today, what happened today? What happened with these young girls now that they got married? This act of this Abdul Zubairu, that lawmaker in Zafara. What he did today, you people, I may think it doesn't concern me. Maybe you may think it does not concern you. But I can tell you, the children of these people are going to be in the same society with you. If they go to school, they don't go to school, they come out. If they join Boko Haram, they are there with us. If they become kidnappers, they are there with us. Now, we know that Nigerian government has successfully displaced people from their home in Niger State, in Benue State for these years now, and they are producing children in the camp. Now, whether these children go to school, we don't know. The kind of upbringing they give to these children, we don't know. But we're going to live in the same society with them. Their vote is equal to mine. So they can be maneuvered. They can be made to vote stupidly. They produce the wrong leader. God punish us. You see, the punishment is going to come to us one way or the other. You know what I like now? A time will come, Nigerians. I want to drive you people, you the rich ones. Let me remind you what happened during COVID-19. COVID didn't recognize who is rich, who is poor. COVID will swallow you no matter your position. That's what's going to happen. There was going to be a natural mystic that will be like a plan.
My anger is even the election process is not free and fair. So how can we
How can
ascertain the
it be
winner?
free? How can it
And that
even
was what
Mary?
they called me.
If the system is even fair, can these children that will be produced by these people, would they understand it?
And
How
they
many
said
educated people do we have in
voting
Nigeria?
voting stop I think around 2. Do you know these outside men intentionally went to sleep in their house? They will come and say, no, it's not yet time. They know when they used to come. That they have their own special time they used to come. When I was supposed to be calculating my results, this was started coming around that 2 that I'm supposed to round up. They kept me there till 4 o'clock. And if you say you cannot tell them that they vote, it means you are hindering them not to vote their party. I
Yes.
stayed in that place till like 10, I'll be 9 in the night. Because that is when they feel like that is when they will come out. They stayed in the house for other people to vote. Then
And
you'll
your
be
life
calling the
is at
result one
risk,
after the
Mary. I
other.
don't know why you
It
even
was
allowed to
true.
do that job. Why you accepted that job, you're a
That
copper
no.
anyway. You
So when they called me for the governorship, they had to send me a message to come for the governorship to still come and work as the PO. I told them I'm not going again because my dad already
Yes.
won me for the first one. I said I'm not going. They were like that. Is it I'm forming? I said it's not for me matter. Oh, you see in this life, I hate nonsense. That person, that first experience I experienced for presidential election, that's why I will not work again for anything election. It's so annoying. It is because if they are not the majority, then it's a problem. If they're not the majority, they will see how to turn you to dance to their tune. They just need to be the majority. They need to.
Well, Nigerians, we are what we are. We are what we are, and that is the way it's going to be. You see, we are what we are, and that is the way it's going to be. You cannot change it, man. Yeah. You know, I, my anger is we can change the country. The president today can say, let us go farming, we do the needful, and we are free. We choose not to do so. We're not going to blame. We're not going to go to church on Sunday to pray over this. You are insulting God. You're not going to mosque on Friday to pray over your hunger. You are insulting God because God has given you food. Enough in your land. Kai! That Buruwa and so they talk. God has given you so much in your land that you don't need to disturb God on Friday on Sunday. Leave God alone. What God has given to you. I said the last time I came on this show, I said in the beginning, Genesis, the same Genesis, which is the Christian belief, the Muslim agree with Genesis. That God created the heaven and the earth. That's one. Secondly, he put man on earth, and God put man. And he said, till the land. That is before we even offended God. So that was God's intention to creating us already. His intention was that we should till our land, we should cultivate the land. How could you, Mr. Tinubu, how could you, Mr. Governor, stay in hunger and you're calling God? Me and you, how can we stay at home? Our children are hungry. We say, will they do what? Now, president is happy. He has removed duty. That's one. Our own people, they help us to breed criminals so that we can't go to the farm. You see, failure, this one, kidnapping, And you know what's so funny? Our lecturers, who are supposed to be the educated people in society, they could not even release, university could not release the data of the number of students so they can maneuver. The same you, Mr.
Everything that is happening in the federal school, I blame it on the VC. And because I blame everything happening in the federal school on the VC. Because why is it that in the private school, the reason lecturers cannot really misbehave in the private school is because they have a body, right? That will actually checkmate. So if anything is wrong,
you'll be fired. Mary, you need to see how them here.
You can be sacked.
The same day. You will not give you one day. You will be sacked the same day. It's that same day that you will be sacked. You understand? So what we see here is these governors, I want to bring them back. I like you guys, so these one are fine clothes on the way. Now don't cheat. In fact, all this one are two girls that they say they sleep. 3, 4. All this one when they're young, she don't. God, look at them. You're not ashamed. You're not blaming lecturers. The governors, are they free? You lecturer, you come tomorrow, you come out, you wear one nice suit, amasu, you should pay us more money. Oh, federal government have not paid you. Are you working? Are you working? Let us count the experiences. I'm going to bring it tomorrow. On Thursday, it's a day with the lecturers. Let us have, and I want to beg you people on this platform, I want to have at least 4 students from different parts of the country. I want them to recount their experience. Those who cannot talk, they will say it in audio. What you are doing in your school that you are asking us that we should fight federal government to pay you more money. Because you are coming on the open and say federal government have not paid you. We know that you have been abusing our daughters. Until you guys stop that thing, you have no place in Nigerian history. Dead. Number two, labor. I want labor to actually challenge this activity. You see, labor, if you don't challenge what is happening within you, sometimes you cannot challenge what the federal government is doing. We're saying that the lecturers, the so-called ASU, member one of your arm, they are abusive, they don't work. Look at our universities dying. You're doing nothing about this. You see all these governors, all this, how do you call them? No, give them any word today because they don't qualify anything. Mary. So yeah. This is where we it is sad. It is sad. It's not a joke, it is very sad. It is very sad.
I,
And
I wish somebody can even come and even change the system, but it's not working.
when they,
It looks as if
no,
when
no,
you
God
come,
cannot come and do this, so we're gonna do it ourselves. You know, Mary, if you look at the Nigerian police, you'll be crying. If you look at the Nigerian military, it's not. We saw the military; they left the barracks. When it is ordinary civilian, they will be powerful. They will wear their. I never see soldiers at the waka from
before
home.
the
They
military
stay.
needs to gain one respect from the people. There's this level of respect. When you see our military men and our soldiers, there's this level of respect that you are called to them, but not so anymore. I think the ones you will not even see rampart on the way is maybe the Navy, the Air Force. You understand? But you see the soldiers, they are not everywhere. You will not even know the difference between the soldiers and the police right now. You
Then
see
they
how
hustle.
difficult or how the hardship has led them. As in,
It's not the
I don't
hardship.
understand.
They used to be. It's Mary. I agree, hardship is there, but it's the military. Look
It's
at
just
what they did in the
painful.
corner. They were killing people, raping women, and all that one. The last time they came to that your place in what do you call it? The military are now even the problem. Is it good question? The question is this: is I ask you, Mr. Young Man, and I ask: is there any sector that is working well in Nigeria? One, name it. Look police. If you talk of police, we go there till tomorrow. We talk of governors, we go cry. Presidency, look at our ministers. Now the lawmakers, now them akpabio. Tell me, is it the military? Is it lecturers? Kai, how can a system be so rotten? If you mention the Nigerian custom, wow, a society that is built on this foundation. My question is, what do we expect from the children? And the world can pretend. I'm talking to the rest of the world today. You can pretend that what is going on in Nigeria does not bother you. The day we start finish kidnapping ourselves, we will kidnap you. The West should know that the agony of the Nigerian state will trickle down to them. That is why we have young people now holding Yahoo. They're standing to you. Thank God the world is a global village now. You need to help us solve the problem of the Nigerian state. No deceiving, no going there to exploit. The more you exploit the state, the more the agony will fall on everybody. The whole world will suffer this. I like what Everyday Liz is saying, but I'm going to read this comment maybe. He said, the president policies and reform has brought nothing but pains and confusion, hardship, deaths. And yet the people around him are still clapping for him. We have mad people everywhere. That's true. The truth is, the president is, I don't know. Maybe sometimes I think people want to work. Sometimes I think he's a confused man. The man is, maybe he's just too old. He's just he has too much of politics than leadership, than governance. You see, sometimes you got to leave politics and govern. Election is over. Now govern. You now own the nation. The nation is given to you, Mr. Tinubu. And little things like this is what determines a good leader. Yes, it's a painful decision to say, okay, there's hunger in the land. Will it be so bad, really, even if you cannot offend your governors? Because last time, if you are a decisive governor, president, the governors are saying they cannot pay this money. You are the one giving them this money. You know how much you shared with them. Can we sit down and talk how they can pay this money? And can they be more productive? If they said no money, and I'm the one giving you money, you say there's no money, then I'm say, okay, this money we're going to use it to produce things so that people there will be productive. You can, or the blame, any blame coming to you, Mr. President, and you cannot deal with your governors. It's your fault. Tinubu have every chance to save this country. The problem in Nigeria say look complex.
Why have they kept so mute about the minimum wage? You can see that they are trying to just move away from that topic.
Did you see anybody talk about this? This thing that is on the news today now. I expected the religious leaders to be angry. I expected the presidency to be angry. I expected the civil society to be angry. I expected the student society to be angry. I expected women to be angry. I expected men to be angry. I expected the youth to be angry. Because this alone will have an adverse effect on every one of us. This kind of calamity. And there's no way. It's not going to be different. You understand? It's not going to be different. And if we if sometimes
Yeah,
you know
I
what
saw
is
that
painful?
comment from
When-
Illumino.
yeah. What did he say?
I saw that comment from Tony. He posted it on his
Okay.
verified page
Okay, said yesterday that
that
he has
he has
reason
reasons
for
for always being around smart and intelligent people because
that has
that
been
has
his
always
key.
been key point for success. Because the people you stay around, people you move around with matters a lot. I
There's a
feel like
saying,
if
show
the
me your friend
people
and I'll
around the
tell you who
president,
you are. Mary,
yes,
those days they say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
yes,
Show me
it's
your
either the
friends
people
and I'll
around
tell
the
you who you
president are advising him wrongly, it's either they're advising the president wrongly or they're scared of airing their own view and letting him do things on his own. That could be one of the
are.
problems
Mary,
because I don't really think
is the
people
president the one
around
that,
him, his
no, I
advisors.
think that we need to go into fasting and prayer. The fasting and prayer is for God to send a wave. You know, sometimes this is beyond man because you are not telling me that the president is solely responsible. Look at your governors. Look at the member of the House of Representatives. Have you seen what the so-called politicians are doing now? They've turned politics to a career. It's their own. Oh. Have you gone to my village? They are career politicians. Their only job is politics. You get what Baba when come from my place. If any time election come, you must be chairman of one of these. Now they put people for power. You know what I talk. I don't want to call your name this morning. You are a shame, man. Because about the essence of politics is to vote people to power to govern us. It's not a career per se. Your own is to bring to one in so that you will destroy the system with the people you're putting in. They call themselves the winner team. And today, all of them are done the run. You are not even free now. Mary, what is beautiful is they are not free. Let's read more on this. You see, they say all that has never happened in politics. Politicians surround themselves with greedy, corrupt, incompetent, and foolish individuals that are worse than the ones in power. What do you expect? It's a good question. Because actually, the ones in power are even better than the ones in the corridor of power. Do you know people in the diaspora, Mary? They know they don't do their rubbish here. When they hear election in Nigeria, look at what is going on in Edo State at the moment. If you see the gathering of Edo people in London, trying to vote person for selfish reason, so they'll get appointment. And I'm talking to you. You are a fool. All you are doing it for is for appointment, not for the progress of the state. And you know what? Everybody can never have appointment. You will still be disappointed. You will stay here. You will hungry, die. But if Nigeria is good, there is security in the land and the place is progressing, don't you think it will force, if it favor you when you can fall back to a society called your own? Many of you from Edo State today, those ones who cannot clap for Obaseki are following the other ones so that they will give them appointment. Not for one single thing. And they think they are shortcutting. They want to be successful. Now lie. The agony of the state is falling on everybody. Go home now, they will kidnap you. Go, if they catch you, you will know. Why would I want to be a commissioner in Nigeria that I'm not going to be safe? I want to wake up in the morning and live in this. I don't understand. The freedom in England is on. I cannot wake up in the morning and think of somebody going to kidnap me. Somebody going to rob me. What kind of rubbish is that? That is a society. You wake up in the morning and you're thinking of food to eat. You are a fool. Not in England. At least you go to where they give food. You go see
Because
food.
they think they have security that are following them up and down. They think that they are not even ashamed. They think having security that will be following you up and down is success.
How long
Why
is
can't
security
they have
helping you?
But even without security, you can freely work in the country. That is it.
Mary,
Is that how they see other people operate?
are they secured? Somebody that is secured, will you be able to secure your wife? Will you be able to secure your children? I'm asking you now, Ekpa. You know, all the people kidnapped in my place. In fact, now let Borin now they go, they're not going to reach there. But the time go reach there. They've kidnapped almost everybody's, all the low politicians in my place. They kidnap their wife. You understand? Because that's it. And you are telling me the people kidnapping us are outside. Now, lie, they are one of us. These are disenfranchised. These are people that we left behind. People that are produced product of this kind of marriage. And then they kidnap us. To say it is bad. You know what? The agony remains. How many of you are afraid to go out? Now talk to me. Can you come out from that your heavy fence? And that fence, the day they will jump the fence, come. You know, say those boys, they will climb, come. When the time. I'm afraid to go to Nigeria. If I'm afraid to go to Nigeria, why would somebody else, a foreigner, come to Nigeria? Are you secured? The security is number one. You go eat. My people say if you eat, make the food reach ground. Nigeria is a place you cannot eat and put your plate on the ground. Kai. And you are boasting, you are the biggest black nation on earth. And you know what is so painful, Mary? God gave us everything. No? There is nothing God has not given to us. And he put man in the land called Nigeria. And he said we should cultivate the land. Instead, we're only selling oil for people to marry new wives. When I say they marry new wives, you think it's a joke. Look at the example of today. Tinubu, what are you still looking for? Are you still looking for more money? Have you not have enough money? Are you going to spend the money you have till you die? I don't understand this. Because you cannot finish the money you have. If you start spending today, before how many years remain? Start spending 2 million a day, which you don't even need. You will have enough before you die. Why are you waiting for? Why are you rushing for, sir? Mr. Governor, now you are doing stupid things. You are buying private jets. And God will save you now. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at one more paper, and then we'll call this show a quit. Don't go away. Stay with us.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9915 or 080-7082-7331.
Welcome back. This is Wake Up Nigeria, and today is Tuesday, the 9th of July, 2024. We've been looking at the state of the nation, looking at what the papers have to say. Apparently today, our priority is how to get teenagers, orphans married with 10-point-something million. Let's give credit to that lawmaker. Our President Ahmed Tinubu, has intentionally, he's trying to save us, to put hunger, to put the difficulties out of the land. He has decided to remove impurities. And I say that is stupidity. Mr. President, if you want to really care, if you care about Nigerians, how about bringing in those food just for a short time while you focus on farming? You bring the food in, you sell it to Nigerians at a reduced rate. The duty you open is you're going to make some people richer. At this difficult time, you see, allow us to be raped. It's unacceptable. 21st century Nigeria. And one would have expected, like Mary rightly told us, that today, there is no sector of the Nigerian state that is working. And I know hunger is a part of it too, but we lack one thing. You want to succeed alone. Whatever happened to a single Nigerian affects you. Today now we're talking about this fool that did this. Is from which country is it from, Mary? When this is reported on the international world, that there's a lawmaker from where? From Nigeria. Which passport are you carrying? Nigeria. It don't affect you. By the time Burna Boy, come and perform. He did well. Where is he from? Nigeria. The Glory, Nigeria.
Nigeria.
That's it.
Nigeria.
So good come, it affects you. If bad come, it affects you. That is the problem. That is the reality, and we cannot dodge it. So we better face it, my people. When we see evil, we should all come out and condemn it. And when we see good things, let us don't, because the person is your brother, because that your brother is not even feeding your family. Tinubu, you are praising. Tinubu is not responsible for the food in your home. If he feed you for a few days, those of now when they clap for good luck in those days, say big good luck, don't go. You're on a day now. You're on your own. Tinubu time is short. Time will come, you will go. You will remain on your own. But the question is, what happened to your children? Do you think you can steal enough money that will take care of your children? I know some poor people before they become rich, but today now they are not even at home. I can bet how many of you are safely in your village. How many people live safely in their village? You stay, they look back, whether somebody they follow you. Is that a way for a man to live his life? Now, don't blame God. This is what we made. We need to come out and condemn evil in our society. President Tinubu, his myopic ideology need to stop. We all need to go into farming. Our governors are behaving responsible. We stop giving them cash. We don't say that. We pay them salaries, but we will not give them cash. The money will be used to do whatever they plan to do. And anything we think is not for the benefit of the people, it should be stopped. And how about even stopping some of the rubbish? How can you come on? Every governor you see, I construct road. The next governor, I construct road. Wike, construct road. Ibori, construct road. Okowa, construct road. All, in fact, if you see Edo State, what I know they let us pass that place before for Benin. Obaseki don't want. Governor, what is supposed to they do? Okay, when they be the job of local government? I'm confused, man. Maybe it's a time we're going to look at the quality of leadership from them. We're not even going there yet. We're only saying that, come on, man. Let us put emphasis on the right thing. Let us even just say, let us get food first. Let us be secured first. Because good food in land, enough food in the land will affect our security situation. Fact. Somebody who have eaten will be relaxed somewhere. Probably go meet his wife. But if he never get food, he go and go look for food, come give his wife and children. That is where the problem is. Some men are afraid to go home because there's no food at home. How can a man, that if a full-blown man that went out, he doesn't have food to give his children, when they don't come, you know the children will run to you. Daddy, you're welcome home. You don't have anything to share for them. If that man go commit crime, he has not committed a crime. In my book. You want to ask me, how did he get there? It's issues like this man now. This is how it started. Our lecturers, some of these poor girls, like they will be afraid to go to school. Because you will be punished, you will be severely punished, they will take your money. If you don't sleep with them, it's a problem. That is your story. And you stupid lecturer, you come out on the next day and you come and say, on the national television, federal government has not paid us. We are this, we are Lasu, we are Asu. The fact, today now I'm so angry with the Asu. In those days I was supporting them, but now I see how stupid you are. You people are really, you are a disgrace. You are even the biggest shame in the nation. Asu, they are the biggest shame.
At the end of the day, I will not even be surprised if I hear that the governors that are even earning more than the federal government, because they're collecting from two sides: the money that's squandering from their states and the money they're collecting from the federal.
Oh,
That's why they spend that kind of money on refreshment.
Thank you, Mary. If you see what the governors are doing, federal government, the presidency don't do that. You don't know why that when they leave Senate, they go and become governor. Have you seen them? They want to leave Senate. Okowa left Senate to become governor. All of them, they leave Senate to go to governor because they know that governor now. This is you as a governor. You have the money that goes to the local government. You will kidnap that one first. Imagine in my state.
That's why they're fighting for local government now. That's why they're fighting. They don't want that.
400,000 naira each, 400 million each for each local government times 25. You give them only 20 million. They'll go marry new wife. You don't keep 380 times 25. That one enter your pocket first. Money where they go to the super deck, you cut down, cut in neck, enter your pocket. Security vote. I never talk of the state money. These governors need to go to prison, man. They deserve one place, jail. And eventually you will end up in jail, my brother. You might get away with it now. One day you're going to end up in jail. All of you that have ruined the state, there will be a day of reckoning. Continue. There will be, because people like us, our mouth are big. See my lips, and they talk. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The children will wake up and they say, Baba, that money, what happened to it? Maybe you are too old to get up then. You don't have peaceful body. Don't you want to live well? Don't you want to have peace? Don't you really want to live in a society where we have, like we see here in the United Kingdom? Don't you want that kind of society? That the children can go to good school and they in turn come and help you, come and take care of you. That your health system is working. But is it going to work if you take all the money? The money that's supposed to go to the local government, you keep it to yourself, Mr. Governor. Now they say we should go to farm. We don't have money to farm. The next money you go have borrowed is to build secretariat. Now they clap for them. Now deserve suffering. Those of you clapping for Kowa, suffering is your own. You think you're punishing me? No, you're punishing yourself. You're punishing your children. Your children will be the one to ask you questions. The questions you can never answer. And that's Mary. It's a very difficult day here in the studio. I'm not very happy at all. And I want to thank all of you, everything, Liz, all of them that have joined the show today. It's a very difficult time, but we don't have presidency. But to be honest, the presidency is better than the governors. And I want to repeat this. I am sincere here, and I'm saying it from my heart. If the governors can move a step, if they just can choose to do something differently for one day, they don't even need the presidency to succeed. I always ask them that the president failed. Does it mean you must fail in your state? How has the president tell you what to do in your state? The money, the allocation, is it coming? Yes. There's no time. Nobody can record a day that the federal government has not released money to the states. So you think it's your right. Oh, in fact, you can even take loan and begin to cultivate land in your state and begin to run a factory. Instead, you sit down there and you tell me you cannot pay salaries. Yet, you are the same one kidnapping all the money that comes to the local government. Prosperity will judge you. Mary, what I'm going to say is on Thursday, let's focus on the activities of our institution, tertiary institution. Because today, now that we know that the money is going there now, at least the student loan, the state or the federal government should allow school fees to be paid to the school. The body, a special body within the university, should be running the affairs, should be running the finance of the universities. We don't need to even pay them. Because if we pay enough school fees, say maybe we choose to pay 50,000 naira more, and then the federal government hands it off the school fees. The federal government will give it to students, let them pay. So, but let there be a body. Oh, Mary, in the number of students you have in your school, multiply it by 150,000. And that is a school fees. That is enough to run any academic institution. That is rubbish. It's not even up to £100. In the UK, school fees is £9,000. Your children that come here to study, they pay 14,000. The cheapest is 11,500 as at today for a student. That's after giving you scholarship, lying scholarship. And you fool yourself. But how about we pay only 300,000 as school fees in Nigeria? And we get it from student loan. So that we can go to school and our school can be steady. And the lecturers are kicking their asses. Because the day I will get one lecturer, I will give him a big slap. We will deal with him. We will disgrace him. And he will never go unpunished. You cannot come to school. You're given a job. You're not given a job to come and kill. You're given a job to go and teach. You go there, you give them, you impose handout on them. Financial burden on the children. You make them do something that they can face so that you can tell them what you want. Because when the people are down, anything you say they will do. I am challenging you as a lecturer in Nigeria. What you are doing is bad. It's bad for you. It's bad for the society. It's bad for our children. You don't want to hear this now. I cannot stand. I know I've been angry with the federal government, but let's talk about what you people are doing. I mean, with your case with federal government, you may be winning a case. Federal government should get their hands off the university. That's all I'm saying. They come up with a good policy. We pay 300,000. Use that money to run the affairs of the state, or leave our daughters alone. Leave our children alone. Leave handouts alone. If you don't want to lecture, get out. In fact, you should be fired. There should be a mass, and this is simple, because if private school can do it, then we can do it, Mary. If private school can monitor what happened in their place and make sure that the things are running smoothly, then we can do it. Anyway, Mary, I am going to say, let us close the show where it is. I wanted to ask Mary the last question, but this is where we've been able to do it today. What I want us to take home from today is still the same message. If you do not contribute to the state, if you pretend that what is happening does not concern you, if you think what this idiot did in Zafarawa does not concern you, the children will come and kidnap you. Thank God it's not only me. We are in the same society. If what the lecturers are doing that I'm talking about today does not concern you, your daughter will go there. They go listen for you. Maybe not your wife self. Because they don't have boundaries. I promise you. Those lecturers have no boundaries. They don't get boundaries. Maybe not the married women self, I go sweet them past. So as I'm crying today here, you should get up. And I come out today to say, you say you're not concerned. Federal government is doing it because they don't give you appointment. You are saying this. I am saying the stupidity of the Tinubu government to ever think of removing subsidy. It should stop. We should go into serious agriculture. Not partnering with state. The federal government, you see, there are some things the state cannot do well. The people cannot do well. Federal government will step in. That's why in the UK, if we leave the health sector for the private sector, for anybody, we will not treat ourselves. That's why the federal government, the UK government, use the NHS to make sure we have treatment. And it is free. And it's effective. And it's the pride of the nation. Can Tinubu make food the pride of the Nigerian state? That's a leadership. And I'm going to repeat that. In the United Kingdom, we have free health care. I walk into the health. It's not as I want it to be, but you know what? I am not thinking of how I'm going to buy medicine if I don't have money. If I am sick, I know I'll be treated. It's my right, because the federal government in this country take it upon themselves to make sure healthcare is available. In fact, it's not even happening so in America. That becomes the pride of the United Kingdom. Anywhere I go, I will remember United Kingdom for this. I'm asking now, would it be so hard? Would it be so bad if Tinubu government choose to make food on the table the pride of the Nigerian state? There was a time when Obasanjo came to power, he talked of Operation Feed the Nation. How about coming up with a beautiful policy like that to put food on the table of every Nigerian? So that man that climbed up yesterday that want to kill himself in protest, food, Oga, food. No, food. Say we not feed ourselves. Something is wrong with us. Something is wrong with us. Mary, that we cannot feed as a country. Something is wrong with us. This is not magic. So Robo say, you they worry you. No, you not for feed yourself. Tinubu, we cannot feed ourselves. Baba, because now everybody, we cannot feed ourselves. Something they worry us. And it starts with. And all of us, because we cannot feed ourselves, it's not only Tinubu. The state is doing their own part. We are doing our part. We are raping ourselves. Mary, thank you for being on the show. And like I said, we mean it to, and we're not going to let this go away. On Thursday, we're going to focus on one thing and one thing only. Yeah. But I'm going to read this comment before I go. He said, I really want all you to understand this basic truth. That what we have in Nigeria is politicians and not leaders. Because politicians focus on election while leaders focus on the betterment of the next generation. However, we just have few politicians who turn themselves to be a good leader, like Rivers State Governor and Abia State Governor. Which Rivers State Governor? Maybe Abia State Governor. Which one? Anyway, youth betterment of this country is in the hands, is in your hands. Wake up now. If not, these unquestionable character politicians will sink the boat against youth before they join their ancestors. And I like that one. Youth, wake up now. Let us do it like the end. I don't want to put that one. I won't want to remind you of the SARS. From the young shall grow minister. I like that. This is. It's from nobody. I don't know. I just want to read it. It's not from me. It's something I love, and I say, let me just read it out. Well, what that means is big message. I don't want to talk about it. The revolution is talking about young people. You know, Nigerian kids have done it before. And it's going to happen again, Mr. Leader. Why young people must be careful is one line that is there. If we don't stop these politicians, they're going to sink this land before they join their ancestors. Because they're going to die soon. How many years does Tinubu have? He doesn't care. Tinubu is not a young man. He cannot run. There's something he cannot have back. He cannot have that young age back. Me now, I cannot be 30 years old anymore. So the thing I do, if I know if they do them again, if they pay me. So you cannot allow us to destroy your future. Stop us by all means necessary. Are you going to use that word again? Stop us from destroying you by all means necessary. Stop Tinubu from destroying you by all means necessary. Stop your governor from destroying you by all means necessary. I'm going to end it by saying again, Mary, whether we like it or not, you say not concern you, not concern you. But now all of us did it together. Shebi, anything when they affect, like I said, Burna Boy perform, he do well. Shebi, are they proud? Are they proud?
That's true.
When we hear say one governor, they don't cash out for one place, they don't steal money. Now from here, it affect who? Affect me.
Nigerians.
You cannot succeed alone. Let us build the brand. Let us help one another. Let us come together like they did in the Tower of Babel and lift this nation. God has given us all. In fact, when we start to do that, even God will come down, come meet us. Say, okay, how do I do this one? Let me remind you all. That's my simple analysis. God, He don't build the firmament for all. This light one that they use for my studio today, na man one. Human being not wait for God. Black people, human being not wait for God before they give us electricity when me and you they talk. The internet we're using today, in fact, it's even black people that contributed to it outside. But our leaders, people like the Tinubu, they don't have the vision to know that we can be inventors. All we know now, we are looters, but the young people have proved it differently. They show that we can excel in entertainment, that we can excel in sports. Let us take it upon ourselves to all get up and raise Nigeria. Very thank you for joining me. And all I can say is your school, your lecturers, let's do a big research on them. Let's embarrass them. So maybe they will stop this act. We want them to be well paid. I'm going to focus on Nigerian University, and it's really concerning me right now. And I'm focusing on the ASU boys. You guys know what I'm saying. You went to school, you complain every day that what the federal government is doing, but you are actually doing worse. ASU, you're doing worse. Your lecturers are doing worse. What they're doing in the classroom, is that a good citizen? And how do you expect the country to be different? That's going to be focused on Thursday. That's why we end the show today, Mary. Give your final words to the people before we close it. What do you have to say to Nigeria? No, good. You shouldn't give up.
I don't even know what to say again. I'll just say, let's not give up. Yeah, don't give up, because if we give up, that's why we'll have a problem.
Yes.
Let's keep striving and hope for a better country.
Yes. That's it. You know, Mary said it all. Let's not give up. Let's hope for a better country. And I always say God has given us everything. everything now is in our hands, and we can do this. All we need to do is come together and put the individual thing aside. Mr. Governor, forget yourself for some time. Let us build this nation so that when you are old, you still have a country to live in. See, some people are old in this country, they have a home. Even if Nigeria can grow to that stage, when you are old, if your children don't care, they will carry you go home. Me, if I don't get children here, I'll go stay home till I die. How about that? Meaning you can never suffer. Let us build a society that will benefit us for every one of us. That's why I end the show today. My name is Adi Chris, and this is Wake Up Nigeria. Until tomorrow, we'll be right here again with the same show to look at another aspect. But like I said, on Thursday, it's a date. Mr. Lecturer, I'm coming for you. I'm going to bring students to recount their experiences. If I have a lecturer to defend you, please send one down to the show. The number is scrolling now because they're going to be here to talk about what you're doing to them. And maybe you can explain why it is happening. You can say maybe it's because of hunger or because the federal government have not paid you. That's why you keep demanding money for hunger. Is that why you're demanding sex too? We're going to talk all that on Thursday. Don't go away. And like I said, you can't run away from this. If you run away from me, you can't run away from yourself. The problem of Nigerian state affects every one of us. So I say goodbye. Stay out of trouble. And for those of you that have not been following us, come on, click on that button. Follow us so that you know when we have this show again. This is Srtv. We're here to bring you the proper news. And it's left for you to interpret it. Sometimes we're harsh, sometimes we do. But one thing is clear. We don't lie against you and we don't lie for you. Good night.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your
Srtv. Innovative content.